Disclaimer: the information provided in this video is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be construed as legal, financial, or tax advice. Hello and welcome back to our channel. Today, we're going to talk about how to purchase raw land and use it to generate income while also taking advantage of tax breaks. Investing in raw land can be a lucrative way to grow your wealth, but it requires some planning and strategy. In this video, we'll walk you through the process step by step. Step 1. Do your research. Before you start looking for land to purchase, it's important to do your research. One tool that can be helpful in this process is the USDA website. The USDA offers a range of resources for landowners and prospective landowners, including information on soil quality, climate, and land use. Here are a few tips on how to use the USDA website to research potential land purchases. Web Soil Survey. The Web Soil Survey is a great resource for learning about the soil quality and potential uses of a particular piece of land. You can enter the location of the land you're interested in, and the website will provide detailed information about the soil type, drainage, and other factors that can impact the land's potential. Check the climate data. The USDA website also offers climate data for specific locations, which can be helpful in determining whether a particular area is suitable for the type of land use you have in mind. For example, if you're interested in growing crops, you'll want to make sure that the area receives enough rainfall and has a suitable growing season. Research land use policies. The USDA website also provides information on land use policies and regulations, which can be important to consider when purchasing land. For example, if you're interested in using the land for agriculture, you'll want to make sure that there are no zoning restrictions or other regulations that could limit your ability to farm the land. Step 2. Financing your purchase. Financing a land purchase can be challenging, particularly if you have little to no money for a down payment. However, there are several creative financing techniques that you can use to purchase land with minimal cash upfront. Here are a few options to consider. Seller financing. With seller financing, the seller of the land acts as the lender, and you make payments directly to them. This can be a good option if you have a good relationship with the seller, as it can allow you to bypass traditional lenders and the down payment requirements. Lease option. A lease option allows you to lease the land with an option to buy it at a later date. This can be a good option if you don't have the cash up front for a down payment but are confident that you will be able to secure financing in the future. Private lending. Private lending involves borrowing money from an individual or group of individuals, rather than a traditional bank or lending institution. Private lenders may be more willing to work with you if you have a unique or unconventional plan for using the land. Keep in mind that creative financing techniques can come with higher interest rates and other fees, so be sure to carefully consider the terms of any financing arrangement before making a decision. Step 3. Create a plan for your land. Once you've purchased the land, it's time to create a plan for how you'll use it to generate income or increase its value. There are many options, including renting it out to farmers or ranchers, leasing it for hunting or recreation, or developing the land for commercial or residential use. Here are some key considerations when creating a plan for your land. Determine your goals. The first step is to determine your goals for the land. Are you looking to generate income through farming or other agriculture, or do you plan to develop the land for commercial or residential purposes? Your goals will dictate the type of plan you create and the strategies you use to achieve them. Assess the land's potential. Once you've determined your goals, it's important to assess the land's potential for achieving them. This may involve consulting with experts in soil science, agronomy, or land development to determine the best uses for the land and the strategies that will be most effective. Develop a detailed plan. Based on your goals and the land's potential, you should develop a detailed plan that outlines the specific steps you will take to achieve your objectives. This may include timelines, budgets, and action items that will help you stay on track and make progress towards your goals. Consider tax implications. Depending on how you plan to use the land, there may be tax implications to consider. For example, if you plan to use the land for agriculture, you may be eligible for tax breaks or other incentives that can help offset the costs of your investment. It's important to consult with a tax professional to ensure that you are taking advantage of all available tax benefits. Be flexible. Finally, it's important to be flexible and willing to adjust your plan as needed. Step 4. Take advantage of tax breaks. Purchasing raw land can come with tax benefits that can help offset some of the costs associated with the investment. Here are some tax breaks to consider. Conservation easements. If you plan to keep the land in its natural state, you may be able to take advantage of conservation easements, which are agreements between landowners and government or non-profit organizations that limit certain types of development on the land. In exchange for agreeing to the restrictions, landowners may receive tax deductions for the value of the land that is being preserved. Agriculture tax breaks. If you plan to use the land for farming or other agricultural purposes, you may be eligible for tax breaks. These can include deductions for equipment and maintenance expenses, as well as exemptions from certain taxes and fees. Timber tax breaks. If you plan to use the land for timber production, you may be eligible for tax breaks. These can include deductions for reforestation expenses, depletion allowances, and capital gains tax deferrals. Property tax exemptions. In some cases, raw land may be eligible for property tax exemptions or reductions. These can vary depending on state and local laws. Depreciation deductions. If you plan to use the land for commercial or residential development, you may be able to take advantage of depreciation deductions. As with any investment, it's important to weigh the potential tax benefits against the costs and risks associated with the investment. Investing in raw land can be a smart way to generate income and grow your wealth, but it requires careful planning and research. By following these steps, you'll be on your way to purchasing raw land and taking advantage of tax breaks to maximize your return on investment. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this one.